Okay, welcome back, peoples. Let's go back into VS Code and let's do a little bit of cleaning things up. This player movement, we want this to be kind of its own method. And let's get that over here. So we want that to be its own method. And okay. So what we're gonna do is first off, move player. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call the method move player. Cool. Now here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna take all of this and I'm gonna copy all of this. Actually no. I'm gonna X all of this because that's gonna call the method up there. And I'll put a space there. Then down here we'll create another method, right? And that method is going to be called, okay, we want it right there. And we're going to void, because there's no return type, move player. And, yep. And we'll put our curly braces here. And we'll X that out, move that up, and put our curly braces back down here. Tab that in, clean that up a little bit. Okay. So now we just wrote a method to move our player. And so we have a method to print instructions to the console, and we have a method to move the player. Now, here's another thing we're gonna do. We only want the instructions to print one time, so we're gonna put those in the start method. And we want the player mover to respond to whatever the value is every time there's an update, every frame. So update runs every frame. So we want player mover, like move player in the loop function. In the thinking Arduino, we want move player inside the update method. Okay. Now let's make this. Let's smallin that and bring up our Unity window. Bring up my Unity window. Refactor the code. Scripts asset name move player does not exist in the current context. What have you done to my code? Oh, that was stupid. Okay, so let's see. What are you guys looking at here? Okay. Yeah, I named something wrong. So don't touch the wall. Okay, thank you. So let's clear the console. Clear on play. I don't have a whole bunch of okay. So now run it one more time. Welcome to the game. So it's running it's running it like 3 times. That's interesting. Huh. Well, I can't quite explain why that's happening because it looks like it's running. There's a welcome to the game. There's a welcome to the game. 3. It's running it 3 times. So let's try. Let's clear again. Okay. Unless it's just clear on play. Clear on play. Yeah. There's a few of them. Well, that's very interesting. And so, huh? Oh, yeah. I get it now. It's running 3 times because we have this script on 3 different characters. That's why it's running. Okay. So in the console we see it show up 3 different times. That's pretty interesting. Well, yeah, look what I learned today. Um, Probably not so important. Let me see here. Okay. Anyway, that's cool. That's why we're seeing it happen 3 times in the console. Okay. Well, that was excitement. Um, what are we gonna do real quick? I want to. Let me stop the game. Let's Munyon. Let's go back to not our ground plane, our center machine camera. And we had changed the transform to follow Runyon, but now we're going to follow Munyon. And then mover script, we're going to turn it off on. Okay, that's on flange. And Runyon mover script is turned off, meaning it's still there. I put it back on Munyon. That was a mistake. Meaning it's still there, but you see now it's not running on those 2 characters, right? Oop, 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 oop. It's not running on those 2 characters. So it's not running down here in the console either. Follow me? That's what was going on. Okay. And we can turn that on. You know, if we made it like a player select kind of, we could do that. We can make it like a player select where whichever player whichever character the player selects turns on that mover script. You know. So, anywho, we worked that out. That's pretty cool. You didn't help much, but you know, I mean, I mostly did it on my own. But still, it's pretty awesome, and we learned a lot today, didn't we? All right. Okay, let me see here. Let me back out of here. Go find my desktop again. It's all buried in all this stuff. All right, have a good night. We'll talk to you next time.